Hello, I'm Mark McLaughlin, and today I'll be reading to you from my story collection, Empress of the Living Dead, available on Amazon.com. And it's a collection of terrifying tales, but I think you can handle them. And the story I'll be reading to you today is What Should I Do About That EVA LYNNE? That EVA LYNNE, a worry and a caution, that's what she was. Folks said she was some kind of writer, though I dread to think what sort of made-up stories a weirdo like that would put on paper. One night, I was talking to the little blonde who slings suds part-time down at the Three Trees City Laundromat and Brew Pub, and she has a brother whose apartment building is right across the street from EVA LYNNE's place, and according to him, that weird gal lived in a big blue house. Blue! What a color for a house! With 3 orange cats, and she drove a dark blue car. No, let's face facts. It's a midnight blue car. Midnight blue. Now, that's not what I'd call a wholesome car color. No, not at all. And orange cats? 3 of them? That's not right. And that same guy said that he'd received some of her mail by mistake because they have the same last name, Stedman, though they aren't related. And he said that she gets mail from all kinds of places with funny stamps on them. Strange, faraway places, like France, even. Witches used to get burned in France, long time ago. Saw that in a movie once. He said that candlelight flickered in an upstairs window of her house at night, sometimes as late as 8:30 p.m., and he would spot some of those cats of hers sitting right there on the windowsill, brazen as you please, for all the world to see. Oh, my high school girlfriend's dentist's wife works at the Three Trees City Library, and she said to me that EVA LYNNE would check out up to 5 to 6 books at a time, and not just paperbacks. We're talking about books with spines and dust jackets. And wait till you hear this. Some of those books were what they call that science fiction, and others were about what folks do in foreign lands, like France, where witches used to live, and maybe still do. That EVA LYNNE, person's got to keep a cautious eye on a woman like that. Think about it. A weird woman who lives in a blue house with orange cats and candlelight as late as 8:30 p.m. and a midnight blue car. A woman who reads big, thick science fiction books and would make up stories and put them on paper and gets letters from French folks and others who ain't from around here. What's her scheme? What is her scheme? Well, plus her full name was EVA LYNNE Stedman. I don't want to freak you out or cause undue alarm, but I have to tell you this. I live in my grandma's spare room, and one day after I got done playing Scrabble with Grandma, and she won as always, I remember something from one scary movie I'd seen. It was either Rosemary's Baby or one of those Chucky killer doll movies. Well, and whatever one it was, it said something about witches having names that spell other things when you rearrange the letters. So I spelled out EVA LYNNE Stedman with those little wooden pieces and then started moving around the letters, the little squares. And you know what? They spelled out Evil Demon Stain. Well, yeah, I mean, they're not really spelled right, but it's pretty close. The words sort of look like Evil Demon Stain. And I think that sums up the whole deal right there. That woman, that EVA LYNNE, was clearly an evil demon stain on Three Trees City. After I saw those terrifying Scrabble letters, I said to myself, what should I do about that EVA LYNNE? Well, that's why I went to her house with a gallon of gasoline and set the place on fire. Witches are supposed to burn, just like any old rotten garbage. I've seen that in enough old movies, and old movies don't lie. That EVA LYNNE, she ain't a problem no more. I took care of that. Oh, I still remember how I laughed when I heard her screaming in the flames. I just stood under that window of hers, just laughing and laughing and laughing. Oh, sweet, sweet goodness. So anyway, tell me, why are you recording all this? I don't see why I'm being treated like, some sort of criminal. Why What I did should count as a community service. She was the evil one, officer. The demon, the stain. Not me.